Maine has more than 142,000 small businesses that undoubtedly rely on our transportation infrastructure to bring customers to the door and to deliver goods and services across Maine and beyond. But when our aging infrastructure needs attention, road and bridge construction can disrupt Maine's communities and strike fear in the hearts of Maine's most successful business owners. After all, Maine is vacation land, and many towns and businesses depend on tourism dollars to operate in the black. Maine DOT works hard to minimize impacts to businesses, but the fact remains that construction is weather dependent and can only be done during the spring, summer, and fall months. But don't panic. Maine ingenuity, creativity, and solid planning can help your business and your community withstand the rigors of construction. Though Maine DOT can't reimburse businesses in cases of lost revenue, we can share with you the stories of several Maine businesses that have successfully navigated infrastructure projects from conception to completion.
It's like anything else. Someone comes to you a year and a half before a project, you're kind of like, okay, and that'll never happen. And then all of a sudden, 6 months before the project, you're like, oh my God, this is really gonna happen. They're gonna close this bridge. The state did a very, very good job of planning ahead. And I attended a lot of those meetings, and not everything went my way, but I do believe they worked very hard to come up with a consensus.
Working with the Maine Department of Transportation, you have to take the approach of starting early, asking questions, keeping lines of communication open, and they're invested in this coming out the best it can too. So everybody's really working towards the same goal. It never once did it feel like they were coming into Ogunquit to change Ogunquit. It always felt like they were coming into Ogunquit to enhance Ogunquit.
Always keep the goal in mind. What's the outcome going to be, and look toward that. And it's always communicate, get to know the people on the project manager, the contracting project managers, talk to them. You see them out on the street, go talk to them, see what's going on. Because I think once you get that personal connection with people, it just makes it easier to live through the project, because it feels like they're living through it with you at the same time.
Those weekly emails that went out with outlining the project work for that particular week were very helpful. We'd post it in the business because people want to see, when are they going to be digging over by here? Because there was a lot of curiosity around the work as well. It's not something you get to see all the time. The ground dug up and all the infrastructure underneath it replaced.
We actually had, with the Facebook page and having the logo of Go Ogunquit and having the artist rendition available, we were able to make up a postcard and actually communicate the project to our constituents at the Meadowmere, almost with a sense of pride of, we're going to be so excited that our town is going to look like this. We can't wait to share this with you. And that really takes a project that could have been really detrimental to small businesses, of which Ogunquit is all small businesses. And instead it made it a point of excitement, and we're really proud that we're going to make our beautiful place by the sea even more beautiful, and to share that. And people still ask for those postcards.
I mean, I can't tell you how well this particular project went, because when I came here in 2014, it was listed as one of the big challenges. You're going to have to replace that bridge. You're going to have to replace that bridge, and everybody was very concerned about it and was thinking about this doomsday that was on our doorstep. And I think it kind of started out that way in terms of, we were originally told a 3-year construction period, and the process though created a solution.
It's a good thing, because what it says to me is, when DOT had a vision of a project, they knew a bridge had to be replaced. They knew to do a project in the community. They came in and tried to understand the community, and they adjusted how they went about doing that project based on their concerns that were raised.
I thought it was good that so many businesses got involved in the process, that they served on the committee, because I thought they brought some concerns that we wouldn't have necessarily thought of.
We had hotels in the area during that time when we were doing night construction. I mean, they've got to be upfront with their customers that you might hear this, you might see this is going to be an issue.
I thought it was smart that the businesses got involved involved and stayed involved. I thought the smart ones did little things, did specials, did whatever they could to kind of drive business there, knowing that it was going to be a little harder. Some of the businesses like HB that really embraced it became favorites with the construction crews, you know, did the buttons, so people were going down there to get buttons. They did the coffee specials, and, you know, so I thought that the businesses that really kind of got into it and shared it on social media, and, you know, it was smart on their part.
Hollowell business owners wanted to be proactive and brainstorm ideas that would keep loyal customers coming throughout construction. They approached Grow Smart Maine, a nonprofit devoted to community revitalization. Grow Smart Maine facilitated 3 meetings with business owners and residents to form work groups and facilitate brainstorming sessions.
What about all of the restaurants working together and hosting a dinner the night before construction starts with white linen tables right down Water Street the whole length? Another group said, let's build a time capsule so that 100 years from now, when it's rebuilt again, there will be something else for others to discover. With a project as ambitious as this, it's going to be critical that everyone work together, that business owners who are rightly so focused on their own businesses and making sure that they make it through this uncertain time. Realizing and reminding yourself we all want the same thing, because there are going to be some bumps and hiccups and some difficult times, but everyone who's choosing to come to these meetings wants the same thing. And whether you're a business owner, a resident, or somebody who just loves Hollowell and want to see it continue to be amazing, remembering that you're working together and you want the same thing is going to get them through. When I think of other communities that will be addressing this, the thoughts that come to mind are start early, as Hollowell is doing. Particularly if you're relying on volunteers, it's got to be fun and they've got to see that they're making a difference. Another critical piece, don't see Maine DOT as the enemy. These are our tax dollars being used to fix infrastructure that is desperately needed. It's going to be difficult while it's happening, but it'll be so much better for business and for the community when it's done.
I urge anybody who's going to go through this to actually attend the meetings. You're not going to get everything you want, and I didn't. I didn't get the color that I wanted. Big deal. We got a beautiful bridge. It got done on time. We all got back to business and normal. Last year at this time, we're nervous that this is even going to happen, right? Look today, beautiful day in Kennebunkport, and they're back and forth. Thousands of cars, thousands of people, and none of them, if you asked any one of these tourists walking by, they would have had no idea that you couldn't do this even 6 months ago, 5 months ago. So as small business owners, if we've got a deadline or we need to get our place fixed and cleaned or painted for opening day, you get it done, because you need to open the door, the cash register has to ring, you need to get it done. So, and the DOT did it. They really did a phenomenal job getting this project done.
I think it's great that it's done, but I think that it was definitely worth going through and doing.
The state was wonderful to work with. Don't be afraid of it. They
Yeah.
were excellent, and the communication was wonderful, and there was a lot of give and take in the design process as well.
We'll be dead when it needs to be replaced again. I think it was worth it. It's always worth it when you feel like you had met your goal and you had a positive outcome. And in this case, we did.
Go for it. Be involved in your community. This is where you're going to live and work and play and share. And the Maine Department of Transportation is a partner in making that the best it can be for you. So I'd say go right at it and make it become the place you want to be.